Good morning, Spartans!
Buenos dias.
Today's weather is a high of 33 and a low of 26.
Spartans, this week is National Consular Appreciation Week, so don't forget to give your consulars appreciation. Spartans,
Tenga,
un buen dia.
back to you in the studio, Nathan.
Thanks, Emma Maria. Welcome to Spartan News. I'm Nathan.
And I'm Bobby. And now we're going on to Kaylee with information about the mobile food pantry.
KSSN, in partnership with Sparta Schools, will be holding our monthly mobile food pantry this Friday, tomorrow, February 11th, from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at the ECC. We are in need of at least 9 volunteers to make this event possible. Please use the sign up genius to let us know we can count on you.
Thanks, Kaylee. Be sure to go volunteer for that.
Now we're sending you off to Jack with a PSA for seniors who are looking for scholarships.
Thanks, Bobby. Seniors, if you're interested in applying for any scholarships to Western Michigan, please check your student email and fill out the listed scholarships as soon as possible, as many are due Tuesday, February 15th. For other scholarship info, see Ms. Pfeffer in the office. Back to you, Nathan.
Thanks, Jack. Now let's see what Gunnar has to say about junior prom.
Juniors, we are hosting prom this year. Ms. Clausen and Mr. Graham need your help getting a food and decoration committee started. Reach out to either advisors for more information.
Thank you, Gunnar. Be sure to volunteer for help.
Now on to Colby for information about the wrestling tickets.
Thanks, Bobby. What's up, everybody? I got some wrestling information for you. Today, you must get your tickets for the districts meet for wrestling. You're gonna have to buy them online. You can't show up at the door and bring your money. They ain't gonna give you a ticket, all right? You gotta go online at gofan.co and get your ticket if you wanna go, all right? Let's get it. Back to you, Nathan.
Thanks, Colby.
Yeah, that sounds sick, bro. Now we're heading off to Ashton to talk about Athlete of the Week.
Good afternoon, Spartans. Our very own Andrew Eiler is currently in the lead for the Player of the Week, and we need to bring him to the finish line. To do that, you either need to go to this link or the QR code. Then you need to scroll down. You need to vote for Andrew Eiler. You need to vote. You need to right-click. You need to refresh. You need to keep on voting for him so we can get him to the finish line. Let's get it done, Spartans.
Thanks, Ashton. Everybody go vote for Andrew.
Yeah, Ashton is always watching. Get those numbers up. Now off to Cam with some hockey stuff.
Thank you, Bobby. The Sparta varsity hockey team beat Reese Puffer last night with a score of 3-2. Scoring for the Spartans were Felix Wiedenhofer with 2 and Camden Bormas with 1. The Spartans are back at it again on Saturday versus Grand Haven. It's senior night, so come out and support our 4 Sparta seniors. The game is at 4:45 at Griff's Ice House, so be there. Back to you, Nathan.
Thanks, Cam. Everyone go support the team.
Now let's hear from Nick about bowling.
Yo, thanks, Bobby. The Lady Spartans took on Kellogg'sville last night in a bowling match, winning by a score of 25-5. The leading rollers for the Spartans was Kendall Bjorkman with a 179 and a 178, Aaliyah Dines with a 179, Alexio Rowland with a 176, Caitlin Vanderwerf with a 169 and 181, and Kylie Dines with a 203. Way to go, ladies. Now, the boys had a closer match, but they won 18-12. The leading rollers for the boys was Caleb Rowland with a 203 and 211, Xander Slaughter with a 208, Andrew Eiler with a 215 and 200, and Sam Woolworth with a 279 and 200. Way to go, boys. They take on Hopkins Monday at 3 o'clock. Also, don't forget, Andrew Eiler is up for Player of the Week. Go vote for him. Back to you in the studio, Nathan.
Thanks, Nick. Way to roll into the competition.
Now off to Peyton with girls JV basketball.
Hi, Kate Beggy.
Hey.
I heard the JV girls basketball team had a game on Tuesday.
We did, yes.
Did we win?
We did.
We secured the dub. Okay, what was the score?
Well, we had 28 and they had
19. Yep, dubs.
tubs.
Great job, ladies.
Indeed. And now I'm sending you guys off to Miss Clemens to talk about Black History Month.
I have a dream. Will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
I, Barack Hussein Obama, do solemnly swear and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Hi Spartans, today I want to talk to you about Henrietta Lacks. She was a mom of 5 who loved her family, loved her friends, and lived in Maryland. And if that was the end of the story, that wouldn't be very exciting. But Henrietta, at the age of 31, was diagnosed with cervical cancer, and she went into surgery at Johns Hopkins, which is a pretty prestigious hospital in Maryland, and at the time in the 1950s was one of the few hospitals that would serve Black people. And she went in, they did an exploratory surgery, they got a sample of cells from her tumor, and they saw that those cells were able to reproduce outside the human body, which is really, really rare. They shared it widely through the medical community for research, and they started learning things from this sample of Henrietta's cells. Now, at the time when she had her procedure, Henrietta was not asked for consent to use these cells for research. No one knew that her cells had been used, and so her family was unaware until much, much later. And in the meantime, between the 50s and the 90s, when her family found out, Henrietta's cells, which are now called HeLa cells, her name Henrietta Lacks shortened, have helped to find treatments for vaccines, for polio, leukemia, AIDS, HPV, even COVID, and also helped with treatments for cervical cancer, which is what she died from. It's also helped us to map out the whole human genome. Her cells were taken without consent, but they've helped to solve many medical problems in our world today. And when asked about it, her grandson, Alfred Lacks Carter, said, referring to her cells, that they were taken in a bad way, but they were doing good for the world. With this story, I think it's important we must acknowledge that there were wrongs done in taking her cells without consent, and we need to push for change in medical society. We also have to realize that there's still built-in systemic racism in the medical research community. And so it's kind of a good and a bad. Henrietta's cells have saved millions of lives and also made us aware that there are some issues in the medical community, which is why I'd like to remember Henrietta Lacks.
Thanks, Miss Clemens. Well, that's all for today, Spartans.
But to help us get through the day, we have a quote of the day with Andrea.
We need to move beyond the idea that girls can be leaders and create the expectation that they should be leaders.